The quietest room on Earth is so silent that people begin hearing their own bodies, their heartbeat, their breathing, even blood flowing through their veins. Most people think silence is peaceful. So why does complete silence make so many of us uncomfortable? The answer may be hidden in a world that disappeared thousands of years ago. Because for most of human history, complete silence barely existed. Imagine standing in a forest 10,000 years ago. Birds calling from distant trees. Insects humming in the darkness. Leaves moving in the wind. Water flowing nearby. The world was constantly speaking, and humans learned to listen. But something strange happened. Over time, our brains stopped treating sound as background noise. Instead, sound became information. And information became survival. Which means the silence that feels peaceful today may have once been a warning. For most of human history, humans lived inside a world filled with sound. Not music. Not machines. Nature. Every environment had its own language. The forest had birds. The rivers had water. The grasslands had insects. Even the night had a soundtrack. To modern ears, these sounds may seem ordinary. But to our ancestors, they carried meaning. A bird's call could reveal movement. A rustling bush could reveal danger. A distant howl could reveal a predator. Sound helped humans understand what their eyes could not see, especially at night. Especially when visibility disappeared. Long before security cameras and streetlights, humans depended on hearing to understand the world around them. And over thousands of generations, the human brain became remarkably good at listening. Not just hearing. Listening. Searching. Interpreting. Constantly asking. What does this sound mean? Imagine walking through a forest after sunset. Your vision is limited. The darkness hides what lies ahead. But your ears continue working. A branch snaps. Immediately, your attention shifts. Something moved. Something is there. Maybe it's harmless. Maybe it isn't. The point is that your brain cannot afford to ignore it. Because for our ancestors, mistakes were expensive. Ignoring a dangerous sound could mean death. Reacting to a harmless sound cost almost nothing. Evolution favored caution. And that caution shaped the way humans process sound even today. Your ears never truly switch off. Even while you sleep, your brain continues monitoring the environment. Listening for changes. Listening for patterns. Listening for warnings. And that's where silence becomes interesting. Because sometimes, the most important sound is the one that suddenly disappears. Imagine standing in a living forest. Birds are singing. Insects are buzzing. Leaves are moving. Everything feels normal. Then suddenly, it stops. The birds disappear. The insects fall silent. The forest becomes still. For many animals, silence signals danger. Predators change behavior. Prey animals notice. The environment notices. And humans notice too. Our ancestors learned that unusual silence often meant uncertainty. Something had changed. Something unseen might be nearby. A silent forest wasn't necessarily dangerous, but it demanded attention. And over thousands of years, the human brain learned an important lesson. Silence can mean that something is missing. Something important. Something you should be paying attention to. Today, scientists can create levels of silence that our ancestors never experienced. One example is the anechoic chamber, a room designed to eliminate almost all sound. No echoes. No ambient noise. No environmental signals. Just silence. People entering these rooms often report something unexpected. The longer they stay, the more they begin hearing themselves. Their heartbeat. Their breathing. Their joints moving. Some even describe the experience as unsettling. Not because anything is wrong, but because the brain expects input. When the world stops providing information, the mind begins searching for it. And sometimes it finds it inside you. The next time you find yourself turning on a fan before sleeping, or playing music in an empty room, or reaching for a podcast while you're alone. Remember this. For most of human history, silence was rare. The human brain evolved in a world full of signals, a world full of sounds, a world where listening helped people survive. Today, those dangers are mostly gone. But the instincts remain, hidden beneath modern life, waiting quietly in the background. Because silence isn't uncomfortable because it's empty. Silence is uncomfortable because, for most of human history, it never existed. And perhaps that's why the quietest room on Earth doesn't feel peaceful. It feels unnatural, an echo from a forgotten world. Because history isn't behind us. It's inside us.